What's up, guys? This is day number 19 of making a YouTube video every single day until I get $1 from YouTube. And today I wanted to talk about 5 things that I wish I knew before I went to high school, right? Like I was in middle school, and also sort of 5 things that, well, they also apply to college. They're mostly geared towards college. So the first thing is that high school is actually really important. If you're interested in going to college, you need to do good in high school. And this is something that I feel like I hear a lot of college is bad recently, and it's a scam, and that don't go to college, all that. And I understand that, it's super expensive, and yeah, I mean, it's not affordable for a lot of people, and there's certainly no guarantee you'll get a job. So that's true in a lot of ways. But I think it's really important. I think it's a very valuable thing, college, and if you do have the grades and you are fairly smart, I think it's really something everyone should consider if they have the opportunity to. And also, if they can afford, but that goes into having good grades, and this is what I want to talk about a little more. If you get really good grades in high school, you don't have to pay that much for college. So every single time you're like, I don't want to study, or I don't want to do my homework tonight, I'll just skip it and just tank this assignment on my grade, that could legitimately be $10,000 you're saving. Maybe not 10,000, but who knows? It could be the difference of you getting a $10,000 scholarship or not. So it is you are getting paid, or at least you are paying less every time you do good in high school. So if you're in high school, if you're a sophomore, a junior in particular, it's not quite as important in freshman year, but it is still important that you build those habits then. But especially sophomore and junior year, guys, it's 2 years. School's not that hard. With APs, it can be super hard, I will admit it, but if you just put in all the effort that you can, and you replace all the time you're on your phone or playing games or whatever, or even just some of it with studying and doing homework, it's going to make a huge difference, and you are going to thank yourself so much down the line. Also, it's just really cool to have good grades. No one's going to hate on you for getting good grades. That's just objectively a good thing. And I've seen the propaganda, TikToks about the C students are the business owners, and the D students are the billionaires and whatever. I just don't feel that's true personally. But take a look at all the tech company owners. If they had actually tried in school and they weren't, because you hear them always dropping out of high school, that's because they already had a business plan and were making $10,000 a month. So yeah, but if you're just your average Joe, you're just there, you're absolutely failing high school, and you have nothing going on, you're smoking weed and you're just playing games all day, you don't compare yourself to Mark Zuckerberg. That's just not how it works. So that's what I have to say about that. So the second thing is, it really doesn't matter what you wear. This is something I want to touch upon. It's good to dress well, just in general. I'm a big proponent of that. But dressing well and dressing fast fashion-y are two different things. For example, just some of the fits that people at school have on in high school is kind of crazy. I don't know, man. Pajama pants to school, that's just one I'm never going to be able to quite get on the train for. And here's the thing, right? If you legitimately got out of bed and just went to school, and you happened to be wearing pajama pants, you were asleep and you were wearing pajamas, I can respect that to a certain degree. That just means you don't care, and that's okay, that's cool. You're just wearing what you sleep in. I respect that. But the problem is, people don't just wear pajama pants because they just woke up and went to school. I'm just gonna get up, eat a banana and just go to school. People legitimately make outfits with pajama pants, and I just don't feel that's, I'm never gonna be able to understand that. So while I did say at the beginning of this point, it doesn't matter what you wear, like, it does and it doesn't. This is kind of an interesting point here. Like, just wear whatever you want, and don't wear random stuff just because, like, it's trending. Like, just think for a little bit. Use your head a little bit. Like, if wearing pajamas to school is trending, like, is that really a trend you want to be a part of? And I'm not just trying to hate on this for no reason, like, just solely on this. Like, that's fine. You know, it's not hurting anybody. You can wear pajama pants. I don't particularly care. But just think about what you wear, and just make sure you're not basing, like, all your outfits and stuff, and you're not wearing stuff and it's becoming a problem because, like, you want to look cool and stuff. Like, there's a kid at my school that didn't dress well for like 3 years, I mean, he just wore, like, random stuff, like neon random, like, colors and these weird, like, too small shirts, and I don't know. And then, like, this year he's trying to dress, like, all, like, fashiony, and he's spending, like, so much money on, like, a pair of, like, $200 jeans that, like, drag the floor and are baggy, and I just don't. $200 for that? Like, come on, guys. $200 for a pair of baggy jeans that are just gonna, like, get dirt on them because they're legitimately dragging on the floor? I just don't. It doesn't look, like, particularly fashionable to me. I guess it is. Like, that's a big one, and that's fine. I'm not saying you should have tight jeans. I don't think that looks good either. But just, like, something in the middle. But anyway, so just don't be like that guy. Yeah. So that was number 2. So then the third thing for, like, tips about high school is, like, try and be, like, social. You know, high school is a time where there's no consequences, really. I mean, unless you do, like, crazy things. Like, I'm not gonna say those. I don't know if that'll get, like, taken down, but I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it. Unless you don't the school, you know, you're fine, or, like, stab anybody. But basically, first of all, you're only gonna see these people for 4 years. So just like, be super social. Try not to stay in, like, a little bubble. Just talk to people, and you're gonna get, like, clowned on, and you're gonna get bullied. But, like, they're all just random kids you're all just figuring it out with. So just try and talk to people, make connections, make friends, like, branch out past your friend group, and yeah, because it's a super important skill. People skills are, like, arguably the most important skill in most jobs, and that's a very arguable point. Like, anything in business, pretty much, you can't be good at sales if you don't have people skills. You can't be good at marketing if you don't have people skills. You can't be good at you can't make good relationships if you don't have people skills. So it's just super important. And you have 4 years that are, like, they're just there to talk to people. Arguably, it's more important that you get really good at talking to people and really social in high school than your grades. And that's okay. I'm not sure I completely agree with what I just said, but they're both maybe equally as important. It's so important that you talk to people and build those skills, because as you get older, if those skills go undeveloped, like, into college, it's going to be super hard in college because it gets harder, and then when you're an adult, it gets even harder. So if you can just keep going with the curve and building those up, which starts in high school, that's going to help you a lot in your life. So the fourth thing that is on the list for things that I think you should do in high school, or before going into high school, or not before, just in high school, as soon as possible, is I really think you need to get involved with, like, activities. Now, you may not, like, I mean, by sports, you know, sports is, like, the main one, but you may not be the most athletic person. And a lot of people would say, if you're not the most athletic person, oh, don't do sports. Do, like, I don't know, whatever, like, do acting. I would argue that you should do at least 1 or 2 activities, or, like, clubs, or just groups in your high school career that you're not particularly, like, good at, or you don't, like, know a lot about. So, for example, if you've been playing, I don't know, like, baseball since you were a little kid, like, naturally, you do baseball in high school. But also, be in a play, be in a theater production, like join choir, don't do something that you're not like super good at. So like say if you're really gifted at baseball, like do that obviously, because that would be awesome, because who knows how far you can take that. But also like do something else just for the sake of doing it, because this is another thing, you're only going to be there for 4 years, and why would you not? Like, it's there, it usually doesn't cost any extra money, so that's a big one. Doing things, get involved in sports, get involved in theater, get involved in friggin' clubs, whatever your high school has to offer. Just get in there and do stuff, because it's really fun, and you will enjoy it, and you'll make a ton of new friends, and it'll be really like embarrassing for a while. And joining anything when you're not good at it and everyone else is always a hard thing. But that's a big character building thing, is when you, like, I see a lot of people that, I've played soccer for a long time, and whenever somebody like comes and does a practice or training with the team or something like that, and they're like really bad, and you can kind of tell everyone knows they're bad and the person knows they're bad, and it's just it's hard for everybody. But those are the times where it's like you're really learning a lot about life, and you're learning about yourself, and you're seeing how you react to that, because those are real world things that are going to come up in adulthood. So I think that's super important for all of those reasons. The last and final thing on our list is try to like get into some drama. Now maybe this is a controversial thing, but like not like insane drama, but like try to just really get in there, whether that be with like a high school like girlfriend or boyfriend that it doesn't go well or something, and then somebody cheats and like it's a whole deal, and you're talking to your friends about it. That kind of thing I think is so good. Like high school drama that you're involved in, I don't mean like try and get involved in other people's drama. I mean try and like start some of your own. Like I said, whether that be a dating thing that doesn't work out, a relationship that doesn't work out, whether that be like you have beef with a friend. And I don't mean like just go out to just start that, but like if it comes your way, I really think you should embrace it, and I think you should really just milk it for all it's worth. Really get in there and learn how to problem solve, learn how other people work, learn how if it is a dating scenario, learn how like boys work or learn how girls work. I mean, everyone's different obviously, but I think that's such an important point, because the later you get in life, things like that, like in high school, if something happens like that, like the most that it's really going to be like a problem is like 6 months, and that's pushing it. Like maybe something will happen in your junior year or something, but then by the end of junior year, everyone's going to forget. Or it happens like, I don't know, summer of freshman year, but then by the start of sophomore year, everyone's going to forget. Like crazy things happen in high school, and people just forget pretty instantly. That's just how it goes. So, which is all the more reason why you should do stuff like that. Because as you get older, things like that, they don't just resolve by themselves. People don't just forget about them in high school. As you get older, like grudges are held longer, family beefs turn into like whole family feuds. Like everyone's mad at each other, and they won't come over for friggin' Thanksgiving anymore, because all that kind of thing. So I think it's super important to be confrontational to a certain extent in high school, because it'll teach you a lot about going into the real world. And that's pretty much it. Those are my 5 things. I think it was 5. It could have been 4. I'm just gonna put 5. I think it was 5. I'm pretty sure that was the 5th one. But those are 5 things that I think are just really, really important that you should know going into high school and do in high school. Because, like I said, high school is really the time where you're figuring it all out, and you're figuring it all out with like low stakes, right? So you have room to make mistakes. You have room to get into dramas where it's not going to like affect the rest of your life. I mean, obviously to a certain extent. Like, you always have to have reason and have a bigger picture mentality, because don't do terrible things. Like, that's not what I'm advocating for. But I think you get the point. So yeah, that was my 5 things that you should know about high school and you should do in high school. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I felt like this was a pretty good video. Like, I would be interested to watch this video myself. So yeah. Peace, guys. Oh, another interesting thing. I went to Spain a while back, and maybe I'll make a video about that. Okay, I won't tell you now. I'll make a video about that, talking about it, and yeah, so maybe that'll be for tomorrow's video. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I believe this was day number 19, and I will see you tomorrow. Please subscribe, guys. Please, please, please subscribe. We're at 8 subscribers. I think my friend subscribed to the channel, because I think we were at 7. So now we're at 8, so that's massive. So help me get to 10 subscribers, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. If you just click on this video and you got this far, and you're listening to me subscribe, please, please, please subscribe. Okay, thank you, guys. I know I'm being obnoxious about the subscribing, but please. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 20. Peace.